Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, how you doing? How you doing? If you are returning, it's so good to have you back. Man, I gotta tell you, can I tell you, I don't even know what today is. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it's Friday, December 20th. Here we go. Palo Santo is popping. The altar is lit. I think it's a Nag Champa kind of day. Uh-oh, I think I'm gonna light some sage too. Do you guys know, it's like, literally everything is happening cosmically right now. That's not an understatement. We have the solstice tomorrow. I'll be outside. Please go outside. And then the final meteor shower of the season, of the year, I should say. The Ursids peak tomorrow as well. So, and then it's like right on cue, all these planetary movements. So we just had Pluto go into Aquarius, but Pluto is like the slowest, it's one of the slowest moving planets. But when Pluto shifts, astrologically, you should know that all the outer planets are also shifting, okay? Because they kind of all are so slow that when one moves, it's time for all of them to move. I think Saturn is going, where's my, I don't have my phone right here. I keep all that. I have this app on my phone that tells me what everybody's doing all the time. But I know Pluto moving from Capricorn to Aquarius means Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus are moving too, which these are planets that move a generation. They give us the theme of a generation. So literally, the way we know life to be is shifting. That's not just a bumper sticker. It's not a feel-good sentiment. That is astronomy. That is astrology. It is what's happening right now. Let's get some runes out here. How you guys doing? Hope you slept well. I woke up sore. We took the kids to one of those Christmas light events. I told you, a million lights. When I tell you that my inner child was like screaming, it was, I mean, a million lights. Can y'all imagine? I'm already a Christmas like fanatic. I am that person, and I do mean adult, that will drive up and down the streets at night looking at Christmas lights. My kids are so cute. They like to have a competition counting on, either side of the car who's seen the most lights. Well, we saw a million lights last night, baby. We was lit. Get it? See what I did there? We were lit. Lagas for water. This is like living renewal. I always picture like a waterfall, like actually being renewed as you go. Gibo, the gift. I love this gift because it's like the gift of when the divine interacts. It's always a gift when the divine shows up. Isa, ice, cosmic coherence. Let me tell you something. This is like literally, yeah, this is a calm before the storm. Calm before the storm. That's what that is. Let's get a goddess energy. Yes, I will absolutely use that deck. Thank you for your assistance. I would give you an energy reading, but I feel like I just did. It's the calm before the storm. That's the energy reading. That is your energy reading. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so, I feel like, that's what bring Tara? Oh, yeah. I feel a lot of things. A lot of them are not to be spoken of at this time. I feel like most of what is happening right now is not to be spoken about, but to be seen, heard, experienced, and felt. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? There's so much happening that to try to speak on it would not do it service. I would say that we are at the end of age, and we're at the beginning of a new age, okay? We're not at the end of all ages, not yet. And there is a difference between being at the end of an age and being at the end of all ages. We're at the end of an age, okay? And it's a transition. So some of us are really good at transition, some of us are not. We got the High Priestess with Yemoja. I have gotten better at transitions over the years. I've not always been good at transitions. I used to be very uncomfortable with transitions. The uncertainty of what's next used to really, really get me. But I think back in 2014, I entered the void. And I got really comfortable in the void. Very comfortable in the void. And so now I transition way better than I did previously. Let's look at this High Priestess archetype. You know, the High Priestess is something this is an archetype we know from Tarot, but we've not had it as an container energy. So if you're new here, I pull runes first to kind of give us a feeling of like what the theme of the reading is going to be. And then I pull a goddess card to give us an energy of like what deity, what energy is going to guide us in this reading, but also until the next reading. Okay. So it's kind of like the context or the perspective that we're looking at things from as we go into the reading of the tarot. All right. And I also use shamanic medicine cards and crystal medicine cards. Not always. It really does depend on what, you know, the team here wants to do. And that's just for you guys who are new. I love this High Priestess card. You guys, don't you love that tattoo on her back? Isn't it awesome? Yeah. I mean, you really get a lot just from looking at the imagery on the card. High Priestess, the keyword is intuition. Obviously, her symbols are the moon phases, and the ocean. And you got to love that she came out with Yemoja. If you know Yemoja, you know, ocean as a thing here. And we've already got the rune for water. So let's go ahead and say that water is significant. Let's do that. Let's say that water is significant. We're just going to make that up, okay? Affirmation. I am perfectly in tune with my intuition. Okay. The High Priestess has come into your reading today to remind you that your intuition is never wrong. Listen to it and allow it to be one of your most positive and potent spiritual abilities. When you listen to your intuition, you will find that your understanding of self and your place in the world becomes a lot easier. Making choices is a lot easier, and the obstacles that may have held you back in the past simply begin to fall away. It is essential to block out the noise of other people's expectations and opinions, as they are not helpful at this time. You need to listen to your inner compass to make the right choices for your life. To work with the High Priestess, train your intuitive muscles daily with meditation and exercises to strengthen your clairs. Okay, so your clairs are clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. Listen to your body for signs of your intuition trying to communicate with you. Meditate on the High Priestess card and the tarot. Okay. So on this card, the High Priestess is spending time alone on the beach under the full moon light. I've done it, you guys. It's awesome to do that. The heavenly representation of her chosen goddess. When she undertook her initiation, she had the moon phases tattooed across her back as a reminder of her connection to the sacred waters of the earth and the pool of the moon. The High Priestess is highly regarded by her community and those she teaches. She's learned over the years how to train and trust her intuitive muscles so that they are strong. She allows herself to be in the flow of life and feels secure in her place in the world. Ashe. Yemoja. Love the look of Yemoja's face. Like, I just love Yemoja, though, for real. Keyword is cleansing. Her symbols are fish, saltwater, cowrie shells, and mermaids. Her affirmation: I open myself to being cleansed of all that does not serve my highest good. Yemoja is the mother of all Orishas and the patron spirit of rivers and oceans. She has a special connection to the Ogun River in Nigeria and is a water deity in the Yoruba religion. Yemoja is associated with protection, especially children, women, and fishermen, childbirth, healing, and love. She's often seen as a mermaid and has deep connections to the moon. Yemoja is an Orisha who cares for all of her children and, when petitioned to do so, cleanses them of their sadness and eases their suffering. Yemoja has come into your reading today as it is time to cleanse an area of your life. Things have built up over time, and this stagnation has affected your ability to manifest positive change in your life. By cleansing your space and decluttering your life, you will be able to create room for growth and opportunity. Yemoja may also be pointing you to wiping the slate clean and start again on a project or in a relationship. While this may feel like giving up or giving in, sometimes it is better to restart with a better foundation than keep doing a poor job on a shaky one. That's just real. Okay. Y'all know that's real. Work with Yemoja. Go for a swim, especially in the ocean or river if possible. Embrace your inner mermaid and work with these magical beings. Carry out a cleansing ritual in your sacred space. Ashe. I think I shared with you guys, I really feel the call to go to the ocean. I'm literally manifesting a trip to the beach. It's been time. But I really feel the cleanse in the waters of the ocean part of that. So I received that message myself. This morning I'm drinking hot water. It is my favorite way to start the day. Hot water is so good. It's so good. It's good for my doshas. Yes, I am into Ayurveda. And my doshas are definitely balanced with hot water. Let's get some crystal energy out here because I really... What's coming through is something to do with your body. Your body and feeling supported, or the way you receive support is what I am getting. Okay. So let's get some crystal energy out here that's going to support in this alignment of your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Yeah, let's do that. You guys, I have a stuffy that I love. Her name is Millie. She's a little lamb. She's staring at me right now. Lambs are a symbol of purity and innocence. And I really feel that with Yemoja's cleansing, fresh slate, start new, right? Yeah, there's an area of your life that wants to like return to innocence is what's coming through. Okay. Mikael, Metachan, Lavia, let's get, thank y'all. Appetite, foresight. What is that? That's 3 of Wands in tarot. You guys know Appetite is a beautiful blue crystal. I have actually used it as appetite management. It's a very versatile crystal, but today we're actually going to have this crystal as medicine. So I love that it's here, foresight with the High Priestess, right? So this is like heavy on the intuition, you guys. Appetite is governed by the Master Crystal Deva, Ke Mo Tom. Ke Mo Tom. As usual, when I'm reading from the Crystal Medicine deck, you just want to be with the image of appetite there. The Deva will speak to you. If appetite has come into your life today, planning is the key word. Your negative cycle that seems to repeat itself in life has been recognized by Spirit and is about to be broken. Whatever it is that you are about to enter or undertake in life, be sure to use your intuition and all of your ability to foresee the outcome. Take time to plan every step and try to remove the obstacles before beginning. Appetite is also asking you to be sure of what you want. Ignore all external pressures that are pushing you, think, and then act. Things that are to be yours in the world will wait. If they do not, they were never supposed to be yours. Reaction in the world leads down an unpredictable path that is not really yours to walk. The lessons you encounter will lift you back to your true path. Offer the choice to think and then act again. How many times will you walk the circle? Affirmation: my vision is perfect. It manifests my life. You guys know we've had this card before. So this is really like, really encouraging you to lean heavily on your intuition at this time. Heavily on your intuition at this time. If your intuition is pointing you in direction, giving you a message, telling you something, that's just what it is. Whether you like it or not, your intuition is guiding you at this time. You want to lean heavily on it. That blue for the ocean, for the water. Yeah, water is significant, heavily. Why don't you do a spiritual bath? I actually made up some spiritual bath jars. I love a good spiritual bath. Do a spiritual bath, your version of it. It doesn't have to be, follow your intuition, right? Follow your intuition. My intuition actually had me make these jars earlier this week. So I take these mason jars and I fill the bottom with sea salt. And then I took rose petals and put them on top of the sea salt. And then I cut up some lemon and I put the lemon peel in there. Okay. And then I added spring water and vinegar. Now, when it's time to take the bath, I will add whatever essential oils I'm guided to add at that time. This card has come out before. And I'm really feeling like between the runes and all of this, I'm telling you, it's time for you to listen to only your intuition. Don't worry about what anybody else is saying to you. It doesn't matter what they're saying to you. This is tarot. I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. If you are, I think it came out with that card too. If you are listening to a bunch of tarot readers on YouTube, or if you're just someone who listens to all these spiritual witchy people on social media in general, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, cut it out. Cut it out. Pick 3 or 4 people across all those platforms that you resonate with, and that's it. And then here's the thing, pay attention. Understand that as you elevate and ascend, who you resonate with is going to change, okay? So like once a month, maybe check in and say, hey, I don't resonate with this person anymore. The messages aren't hitting the same. Okay, unsubscribe from them and find the person and do that. But remember, tarot and what we're providing you on YouTube, this is meant to confirm what your intuition's already telling you, right? So it really does start with you listening to your intuition. I'm not, no tarot reader, no, we're not a substitute for your intuition. That's not how this works, okay? This works that you have an intuition, you have a dream, your ancestors, your spirit team say X, Y, Z, and you're like, oh man, okay, well, okay. And then you get on YouTube and you see confirmation, like, man, that's it. That's the message. Okay, I got it. That's how that works, okay? Okay, we're going to stop there. I think that's plenty. Okay, and then we are going to get a medicine card. Okay, cool. And then tarot. Okay, cool. Y'all got it all planned out. So, yeah, this is, somebody's guides are working it for you. Okay, the number 3, the number 4, number 57. Move these out of the way a little bit more. And the number 12, which breaks down to the number 3. Yeah. You guys, I'm actually going to start with the Wizard of Awareness. Just because we've been working with this mindful group thing, we know what that is. You've got to think for yourself. You've got to follow your intuition. We'll come back to it. Unmarked trail, we know what that is. It literally is following the path less taken to receive revelation that only you can, and it'll be through your intuition. I mean, these cards are literally just kind of expounding on one another. The Wizard of Awareness, let's go there and then work our way back, because I think that will give us like a fresh perspective on like what this is about, okay? Your soul knows the answer. Be still and observe. What'd I tell you? Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. Okay? Now, we're going to literally back into that same message in different ways. Watch this, you guys. And we're going to get some medicine card out here to help you really come to this this still point, right? You are called now to embark on a sacred journey. The Arthurian knights, in their quest for the Holy Grail, had to make sure to take an unmarked trail that no one had ever followed, or they would not accomplish their goal. Likewise, you must enter the darkest force of your soul via a route as yet unidentified to find what you seek. The manicured paths will bring you only temporary pleasure and later great pain. Stop it. You already know there's no reward at the end of the road you're following. You're only killing time. Pause, breathe, and commit in your heart to a sacred endeavor. Vow to not look for old solutions that may have worked with past challenges. Get out of character. Try the outrageous. And keep your quest private. Now is not the time to speak of the voice that called you to embark on the unmarked trail. That time will come. The unmarked trail can be a sign that you've already made a choice, even if you don't want to acknowledge it. Be at peace with what your heart knows to be true. Your heart has already been made up, and your mind will follow. Pack lightly, taking only the essential beliefs that you know to be trustworthy under all circumstances. The universe has your back. Yeah, you already know. You already know. And this is why I think intuition is coming in so hard. It's like you already know the deal. You know the answer. You know what there is for you to do. And you've already made up your mind about what you're going to do and how it's going to go. You actually just need to stand in your truth. Okay? The human mind can be so many things. A prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key, as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now. Especially in our digital age, it's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and unnecessary foolishness to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of the gossip and other forms of groupthink. For when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. Fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good. Love, more love. Gratitude, more things to be grateful for. Very powerful. Very powerful. I'm going to say this. There's a lot happening right now. And there may be this tendency to say, okay, I that person needs to be humbled or that person this or that person that. Let me tell you, it's not your job to humble anybody. It's not your job to humble anybody. When you do that, you literally make yourself poor. I don't know how else to say it. You really got to trust that something greater than you is going to humble people who need to be humbled. Every day, I see people in situations that really make me sick. I mean, really sick to my stomach. Like I was talking about one last night. Like, oh my goodness, this domestic situation that I've observed for the past year and how it's gone. It's disturbing to me. It's disturbing. And it is not my job to run up in those people's lives and say anything to him, say anything. It's just not my job. That's not my job. My job is to think positive thoughts about myself, the path I've been on, my own experience with domestic situations, okay? And create that everybody gets to live a life of freedom, peace, and ease. I created it for myself. These people can create it for themselves too. They really can. Transference. Yeah, there's something your ancestors have for you. It's like wherever you are on your path, your ancestors like, we got you, boo. So buried in earth. Now, you guys know some practices actually bury you in the earth, right? Dig deep to find what is hidden beneath the surface. This is true of family in the present and poignantly from the past. Their stories, experiences, and circumstances have contributed greatly to what is currently happening in your life, as well as who you are and how you deal with things. Ain't that the truth? Being ceremonially buried with objects that have a direct connection to one's ancestors is not for the faint-hearted, but it's a very powerful rite of passage. Ancestors can include anyone who you held in high regard or had a profound influence on your life. When you are stripped back emotionally within the sanctuary of Mother Earth, the energy of those you hold dear is transferred to you, passing through the objects and into your being. Connect with the energy of this card to open yourself to the truths, answers, and attributes you need from your ancestors right now. This will help you move forward in your journey, free of negative attachments and falsehoods. Please ensure you undertake this with guidance and supervision. Excuse me, guys. Buried in Earth speaks. Just a minute. Can I get a piece of paper? Okay. I hold you here in dark silence, strip from you all pain and violence. Replenish your soul with wisdom's true. Now rise again, a stronger you. My own ancestors were silenced. I come from a long line of high priests and high priestesses. I come from actual royalty. And back in the day, when my people were being subjugated, and the first things they did, the ones who subjugated, we'll call them the oppressors, was they took the voice of my people. Because when you are a king or queen of a people and you lose in battle, right, and your people are taken by a bigger army, or by not even necessarily a bigger army, but the army who won, that army understands that your people are still going to listen to you, because their allegiance and loyalty is to you. So to really effectively subjugate my people, the voices of the kings and queens, the high priests and the high priestesses, that was taken first. So that the people would now listen to the oppressor and not their true leaders. Okay. Some of you share an ancestral story like this. And so a large part of my purpose and mission in this lifetime is to be heard. I used to do readings. I did readings earlier this year with my face in the camera. I may post those, I may not. I may go back to posting my face, I may not. At some point, I'm sure I will. But my voice is what matters. It is my voice that is required for this task. Okay? So understand that this transference is like my ancestors. If you look at this card, my ancestors, every time I go to sleep, I'm with my ancestors. And they're sharing with me their stories, what they left for me to complete. And so much of it is about being heard. So you can imagine this life path has had me in some situations where I felt like I didn't have a voice. I felt like there's nothing I could say. I felt like there's nothing I could do. I felt like no one was listening to me. It's all designed that way on purpose. Okay? So get with your ancestors. Determine, and back to your intuition, determine, what of your path and purpose and process is most integral for you to experience and express at this time. I've been reading tarot for over 20 years. I just started reading tarot on YouTube this year. For the past several years, I had a private online community for my clients. I would read tarot for my clients. I read tarot for my community, but not just for everybody. They're not really clear. like really clear from my ancestors. Yeah, that's who you are. It's who we were that was taken from us. So a part of your mission, your task in this lifetime is to bring our voice back. You speak for us. Bring our voice back. Put our voice back in the forefront where it belongs, where it was always meant to be. Okay? That's just what it is. So here I am. Here I is. doing that work. All right. You guys want some tarot next? What do you want to do? Okay. I'll always let the guys choose the deck because they know what it is. This is a light energy deck. We're using the B Tarot. I love the B Tarot. It is near and dear to my... How did that tarot card get in there? Page of Pentacles. How you get over here? Go back to your deck. Go back to your deck. All right. So we know we've got intuition. So Mikael, Metatron, Raziel, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, gods and goddesses, leaders of light, and my own personal detail of protection, which is pretty deep. We roll deep out here. Help us to truly understand the message that you have for us today on our intuition, looking ahead and using our intuition to plan our next steps. We understand that there's, we're being called to go on an unmarked trail. We got that. We understand that we're being called to separate our thoughts from that of the collectives right now. We're actually being called to align our self with our ancestors, not with somebody else right now. And we're also being called to be the observer in our own life. Give us more. The Keeper. And this deck is the Fool. The Fool reverse is reckless. Somebody who's just like, it's not just a new beginning. They just reckless as all hell. They just reckless as hell. They're doing whatever they want to do. No type of guidance at all. It looked like heartbreak. Let me look at the lightning in the background. So recklessness that leads to heartbreak. And a sense of victory. Well, what the hell kind of recklessness is this? I love that 6 of Wands card. Oops, let me put it where you guys can see it. We've got the Fool reversed, the Keeper reversed, 3 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so an unprecedented choice brings victory over heartbreak. So far, that's what I got. Give me something else. Give me something on this. I see. That's that unmarked trail. So that Fool reverses the unmarked trail here. Walking away from the Prince of Wands. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and give me clarity on that 2 of Wands, please. Something was not what it appeared to be. Give me something on yeah, I just keep getting this immature energy. Give me something on the 2 of Wands. Give me something on this Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Give me something on the Prince of Wands, please. Okay, let me get the Hermit reversed. Prince of Wands, Hermit reversed. Prince of Wands, Hermit reversed. Clarified by the 5 of Pentacles. Let's line these up. Not that I need to. The story is pretty pretty straightforward. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed leads to the 9 of Pentacles for you. 2 of Wands is clarified by the 9 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, there is a situation here. I'm going to call it a situation. A situation here. that you recently let go. I saw the hangman. You recently let go. And it's like, it's like your letting go is unprecedented. But because we got so much ancestor talk, I actually feel like this is an ancestral, I'm hearing curse, like you broke it. It like your leaving this behind was like nobody in your lineage had done this before, and you did, and where it really it really is heartbreaking. It's at the same time it's also a victory. Okay, give me something on yeah, and the reason you walked away is because the situation was not what it appeared to be. It looked one way on the outside, but on the inside, it was not that at all. So on the outside, it may have looked like, okay, it's like, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I've been to people's houses before. This is no shade, this is just sharing. I've been to people's house before, very nice house, right? Like nice neighborhood, nice house. And then I got in there, and when I say nice neighborhood, I mean like the up and coming neighborhood, right? Like everyone's talking about if they could get a house in this neighborhood, it was that neighborhood. And so I get invited, and I'm like, this person's like, hey, let me show you my spot. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I realize where we're going. I'm like, oh my God, you live in this neighborhood? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, okay, cool. I've never been in this neighborhood. Let's see what it is. And the ride over, the car is beautiful. I mean, it was a 7 Series Beamer. It was just beautiful car. And I get to this beautiful community, and there's a gate, and we get let in. And, it's very just beautiful property. And I go in, and I'm not exaggerating. There's no furniture. There's no furniture. There's one sofa in the living room. And then the bedroom has a mattress on the floor. And there's no food in the fridge. And the person says, well, I have 3 houses. This is just the house I have here in this city, but I have a house in this country. I have a house in this country. I'm just not in this house a lot. And listen, I got it, right? I don't have 3 houses, so I can't say how I would run my details if I did, but I can tell you that getting in that car, driving to that neighborhood, being let in through that gate, the approach to the home, all of it led me to believe that when I walked inside, the experience would continue. It stopped at the front door. That's what this gives. It gives that you walked away from something that was really great on the approach, but when you get inside, it's empty. It's empty. And so, whereas it might look like walking away, like how could you walk away from that house? I mean, that you're in the neighborhood that everybody wants to be in that neighborhood. But you saw, like you saw the truth, like you got enlightened to, yeah, no, it's actually empty inside. There's no, I mean, there's a sofa, but it's not a pull-out sofa. There's a mattress on the floor, but the sun and the emperor, but this ain't it. 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 And listen, this is an analogy. It's something I've actually really experienced in real life. This is an analogy, but please understand, I'm not saying that life is about material things. What I'm talking about in this situation is something appeared one way, but it was actually another way. And we're not even talking about why. Okay, I got the 7 of Pentacles. We're not talking about why. We're just talking about that you got hip to. Like you got hip to. It's not what it's not giving. And you chose to walk away. So I can make up that you're somebody who not only wants the house in the right neighborhood and the car and all that kind of stuff, but you actually want to have furniture in it. That's just me making up from what this reading gives so far. So you walked away. You're like, well, there's no place for me to actually the source. There's nowhere for me to sit. Like, there's no food for me to eat here. Like, it's a cool house, but I mean, I'm hungry. I'm still hungry. Sure, I've got shelter, but I'm hungry. It's not. It's a house. It's not a home. It's not a home. It's a house. The sun and the moon. I mean, shit. Shit. You had to listen to your intuition. And I think what your intuition was telling you is, baby, it's never going to be a home. Because this person has other houses, right? You get that? And this person in particular had 2 houses in the States and another house in another country. Okay? So perhaps for them, they were never going to furnish this house. You see what I mean? Perhaps they furnished the house that they have in the Caribbean. Strength card. Perhaps they furnished the house that they had in the other state. But this house, as beautiful as the house is, as wonderful as the neighborhood is, it's not furnished. It's not furnished. That, the moon and the strength card, laying on top of the sun and the emperor, you bossed up. You literally decided to take your strength from the divine, honor your intuition. When your intuition, your ancestors whispered in your ear, baby girl, this ain't it. You're like, okay, I guess I'll leave now. And then you did, which is, it's good for you. This is a victory for you. So what else do you want us to know? Get another deck. Okay. Are you sure? I'm asking them if they're sure. I'm not sure, right? Okay, let's get this deck. What do you want us to know? So we got intuition, how important it is right now. We got that we've already used our intuition to move from a place that wasn't giving to being able to stand on our own. 9 of Pentacles and strength card is out here with the sun and the moon. We don't have the High Priestess in tarot, but we got the High Priestess holding us down as the archetype. The High Priestess in Yemoja. It's a lot to do with our feelings. 3 of Swords, a lot of emotions out here, and Wands. We got water is the container, but inside of this container of water, so far we have a lot of wands out here, a lot of passion and energy. So this is a relationship, but I feel like it was one that was 5 of Swords. Yeah, it was one that was not peaceful. This was not a peaceful relationship for you. There it is. There's that 2 of Cups I was looking for. Yeah. So we got it. We understand what we came from. Why do we, what about it right now? What do we need to know about it right now? Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. What about this Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups? Oh, no, we're doing this reading now. The reading gonna happen. Page of Cups, 5 of Coins, 4 of Coins. You're going down. So while you're going up, somebody else is going down. Four of Cups. And they don't think it's fair. Justice reversed. Seven of Pentacles reversed. They know they didn't invest anything. That's why the house was empty. That's why the house is empty. They didn't invest anything in the house. But Knight of Pentacles, they thought because they had the position of Knight. Damn. King of Pentacles. It's almost like there's a judgment. They didn't put the work in. See, you walking away is judgment because they didn't put the work in. Damn, this King of Cups is pissed, y'all. Wow. Okay. So y'all, look, let me just stop. Let me stop. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep telling my little story. Okay. I met this person with the 3 houses and stuff, and the empty house. I met them in a situation where I was like, I would like to work with this person. Their background was very impressive. Their experience was very impressive. And so I thought, this is someone I want to work with. That's why I was going over to their house, because we're supposed to be talking about something that could lead to lucrative opportunities for both of us. Okay. Looking at this, that's what it gives. It gives. And I think I've been seeing this, and now I finally understand it. Because, look, please understand, at no time have I ever doubted that the person I was talking to was who they said they were. I fully believe this person was exactly who they said they were. I believe they have 3 houses. I believe they do what they say they do. I believe they move how they move. Okay? I believe that. This was an actual King of Cups, It's just that this King of Cups was coming to you in Page of Cups energy, unwilling to invest in this particular relationship because they already had invested somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? I got taken to a beautiful home, but it was a shell. And I fully believe that the house over in the Caribbean and maybe that house in that other state, they would probably, maybe, I don't know because I didn't see them, but it's likely that they were fully furnished, okay? But the person didn't furnish this house. I did not do business with this person. I did not. Not because I didn't think this person was who they said they were. Really, because the whole situation threw me off. If you can imagine getting into a 7 Series, like the latest 7 Series BMW, being taken to, I'm telling you, the best neighborhood in Atlanta. Getting through the gate, because you got the card on your windshield, and you get to the house, and the house is stunning, and you walk in, and it's effing empty. I did not do business with that person. Not because I didn't feel like they were who they said they were. I got that. Okay, cool. I even understand you're just not here, so it's not for, I got that. Yeah, it's not for me. There's something about who I am that's not how I do things, so I didn't see where we could actually collaborate in business. Okay? That's what this reading is giving. You encountered a King of Cups, who was actually a King of Cups, but in your dealings with them, operated as a Page of Cups, a Knight at best. King of Pentacles reversed. But that's how they behaved, because they had already invested somewhere else. Do you see what I'm saying? So there was nothing to invest in this situation with you, whether this is a relationship, a collaboration, like I'm talking about, like a business collaboration. Take it how it resonates for you, okay? But you do what people would call is reckless. Like, what do you mean you're walking away? Didn't you see the car? Didn't you see the neighborhood? Everybody want to be in that neighborhood. What you mean you left? Like, what? You're crazy. Yeah, well, hey, it was empty. It was empty. So you saw something. Your intuition told you something, because we got all that out here, and you were like, yeah, bet I'm gonna have to 8 of Cups this, and you did. You did. And look, now Yemoja is saying, go to the ocean. Go to the ocean and clear your energy of that, because I think that can be really impactful, to be shown this really great facade and then find out it's just a facade. There's nothing behind it, like a Hollywood set, right? Like you're not actually in the city. You're on a set. It's a set. It's not real. That's what it gives, yeah? And you know, so to you, I would say your intuition already, whew, it's coming through like, got you out of that one. You got to trust your intuition moving forward. Whatever's next, you got to trust your intuition's got you, just like it showed you, hey, baby, this is a house with nothing in it. It'll always be a house. It'll never be a home, baby. Just like you got that, you got to trust that that your intuition and your ancestors don't give you this. We're gonna get an angel card out here, and we're gonna end it right here because I feel like we got the message. So there's something coming for you, and you have to trust your intuition on it. Don't try to think your way through it. Don't try to rationalize what's happening. Don't make excuses. Don't do anything other than trust your intuition. Trust your ancestors. They're guiding you. They're leading you. They got you. You got this for Earth. Yeah. It's time to make good decisions. Like something's coming your way. You're going to have to make a good decision with it. Trust your intuition. It's going to tell you what to do with what you have coming. Okay? In the meantime, wherever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, these readings are timeless. Trust your path, trust your process, and trust your purpose. Ashe.